Umansi is a quiet, observant young woman with intelligent eyes, brilliant and introverted. She sits by the window in her uncle and aunt's modest home, writing code. Her parents died in a car crash when she was 7, and her aunt and uncle raised her, though never letting her forget their generosity. One evening, she hears her uncle loudly complain about feeding a grown girl with no husband or prospects. They are from the era where women stayed home to care for and maintain the household. They never understood Umansi's desire for a career, for freedom, for individuality. Her friend Dora, bubbly and impulsive, convinces Umansi to come with her to Taiwan. Dora texts, "There's nothing here for us in Kampala. There's so much to see out there." That night, Umansi booked a one-way flight to Taiwan, inspired by Dora's Instagram photos and a promise of new adventures in paradise. 3 weeks later, Umansi zips up her suitcase, eager to start a new life abroad. At the airport, Aunt Florence scoffs at Umansi's departure. Her Uncle Justin doesn't even show up. "You think running away to some Asian place will fix you? You're just like your mother, naive," her aunt says. Umansi says nothing. She boards the plane with her chin high and resolve intact. Taiwan is beautiful. Umansi and Dora rent a small one-bedroom apartment with a den near the beach in Kaohsiung. Umansi works remotely for Soft Brick Industries as a back-end engineer. Dora is free-spirited, works odd jobs but mainly lives off savings. One day, Dora meets a charming Taiwanese surfer named Kai and is instantly enamored. Within a week, Dora is gone. She moves in with him and spends all of her time with Kai. Umansi is left alone. She eats plain rice for a week, confused by the menus. The language barrier is a struggle for her. The streets are unfamiliar. No one understands her accent. She wanders the night markets. One night, she watches a little girl feed a stray cat and is touched by the sight of such simple kindness. Her life is lonely, but she survives. "I always knew freedom had a price. I just didn't think it would be loneliness." On a rainy afternoon, craving human connection, Umansi walks into a small cafe in Tainan. She plugs in her laptop and begins to work. Her work consists of Slack pings, Zooms, and code reviews. After hours of nonstop work, the growl from her stomach reminds her she needs to take a break. Motioning for a waitress, Umansi struggles to order shrimp dumplings using her phone's translation app. A man in the next booth chuckles. Junwei, composed and thoughtful, helps her order in fluent Taiwanese Mandarin. "Thank you," she says. "I was about to pull up a picture on my phone to show her." He chuckles again. "It's okay. We are patient people. She would have understood what you were trying to say." They sit near each other and share a conversation. He finds her sense of humor quiet but piercing. "So you're a back-end engineer? That's so cool." "Yeah, I work for Soft Brick. They're based in Singapore." "You're kidding. I work at Soft Brick too, in our Singapore office." Umansi is shocked. "Wait, what? No way!" They laugh. It feels like the first time she's truly laughed in Taiwan. They exchange contacts. The friendship begins. Over the next few weeks, they meet up regularly. They meet at cafes sitting side by side while she works. He introduces her to beef noodle soup. She teaches him about Ugandan Rolexes, chapati rolled with eggs and vegetables. He shows her his childhood neighborhood. He invites her to a traditional tea ceremony with his elderly grandmother, who instantly likes Umansi and teaches her how to brew oolong properly. He teaches her Mandarin phrases. Basic ones like, "I'm hungry" and "this is delicious." She surprises him one day by ordering at a market stall on her own. He cheers like she just won the Olympics. "Your Mandarin is getting better. You're starting to speak better than my brother who grew up here," he teased. One night after work, they walk under red lanterns, their hands accidentally brushing. Junwei asks, "Do you miss home?" "Home never really felt like home. Not since my parents died." He says nothing, but his hand finds hers again, and doesn't let go this time. Their romance deepens slowly. Junwei is gentle, kind, warm, steady. They travel to Alishan together, a mountain village with sunrise views. Wrapped in a shared blanket, watching the mist rise over the pines, Junwei leans in and kisses her softly. Later, in their small mountain inn, she confesses, "I came here to start over, but I didn't think it would be like this. At first it was a struggle, but now I feel at peace here." I'm glad. Time flies by so quickly. When Junwei returns to Singapore, the first 3 months are hard. Mismatched time zones, schedule conflicts. Maybe it was just a holiday romance. Maybe we are forcing something that wasn't supposed to be more than what it was. Umansi says one late night during one of their video calls, "I didn't expect it to be this difficult," says Junwei. That call seemed to have ended with the unspoken realization that what was shared in Taiwan was meant to stay in Taiwan. Communication between them dwindled. They barely had time to call each other. 6 months later, Junwei returns. He's not visiting. He's staying. He finds Umansi working at the cafe where they first met. He walks to her table and says, "I told the company I'm going remote." Umansi looks up suddenly. She stares at him, tears well up in her eyes. He moves into an apartment in the same building as hers. They decide to take it slow, living separately but spending every free time they have together. Umansi begins to make friends from other countries, speak Mandarin more comfortably, and feel more at home than she ever did in Uganda. They host an international potluck where she cooks matoke and beans, and he brings pineapple cakes from his childhood bakery. One day, she sees a post on her Instagram page from her Aunt Florence. "You look happy. Maybe you found what we couldn't give you." Umansi and Junwei stand on the rooftop of their building, the city skyline shimmering below. Now I understand why Dora left. A Ugandan girl falling in love in Taiwan. It must be something in the air. They kiss under the warm evening sky. I found home. Not escape, not paradise, but love that felt like home.